This old warrior has survived lions, drought, and 100 battles, but his deadliest enemies are the ones too small to fight. He is a dagger boy, an old bull, too slow now for the herd, living out his last years alone. And alone he is a target. Beneath the dried mud, his hide is a battlefield of its own. Ticks gather in their hundreds, in every fold he cannot reach. He rubs against an old termite mound, the way he has for years. It scrapes off a few. It is never enough. Then they come, a small flock of red-billed birds, drops out of the sky and lands across his back, and the old warrior stands perfectly still. And the cleaning begins. Sharp little beaks move fast across his hide, and for the first time all morning, the biting finally starts to stop. Watch how thoroughly they work. Nothing is off limits. They climb into the folds of his ears, along the edges of his eyes, even into the old healed scars where ticks love to hide. To these birds, this single old buffalo is an entire world, a walking landscape of food that they will tend all day long. A single buffalo can carry many thousands of ticks. Left alone, they drain his blood, spread disease, and slowly wear down even the strongest bull. For an old animal already past his prime, that steady bleeding could be the thing that finally kills him. The oxpeckers are not a luxury, they are keeping him alive. But cleaning is only half of what these birds give him. High on his back they are watching. An old bull alone on the plain is exactly what the predators are looking for, and his eyes and ears are not what they used to be. The oxpeckers have become his early warning system, his extra set of senses.
It is a partnership built on absolute trust.
And they are about to earn their keep. Out in the long grass, a pride of lionesses is moving. They have watched this old bull for days. They know he is slow, they know he is alone, and they have decided that today is the day they will finally take him down. But the old bull is not truly alone. A bird on his shoulder catches the movement in the grass. In an instant, the whole flock bursts upward in a storm of wings and shrieking alarm calls, the loud, unmistakable warning that has saved 1,000 buffalo before him. The warning changes everything. The lionesses have lost the one weapon they needed most, surprise. The old bull spins to face them, lowers his massive horns, and does the last thing a tiring lion pride wants to see. He does not run, he turns and he charges. For a few heart-stopping seconds, the plain is chaos. Horns swing, claws flash, dust fills the air. The lionesses try to circle behind him, but the old warrior keeps turning, keeps facing him, keeps those deadly horns between himself and every attacker. He has fought this fight before, and he knows the one rule that keeps him alive: never turn your back. And slowly the balance tips. A healthy lion will not risk a broken rib or a horn through the chest for a meal it might not even win. One by one, the lionesses pull back, panting, beaten. This old bull is simply too dangerous, too ready, too awake. They melt back into the grass, and the hunt is over. As his breathing slows, the birds come back. They circle once, then settle onto his heaving sides as if nothing had happened. Without their warning, the old bull would have been caught grazing, head down, blind to the danger. That single burst of alarm was the difference between another sunrise and becoming a lion's meal. But the fight has left its mark. A lioness's claw has opened a shallow wound on his flank. And here the relationship shows its darker, more complicated side. The oxpeckers are drawn straight to that raw, bleeding cut, because there is one thing they crave even more than ticks. The oxpeckers crave blood, and a fresh wound is a temptation they cannot resist. Some scientists argue they even keep such wounds open to keep feeding, making them not pure helpers, but something in between. And yet on balance, the old bull still gains far more than he loses. A few pecks at a wound are nothing against 1,000 ticks removed and a lion pride turned away. As the midday heat builds, the old bull heads for the wallow, and here he finds the one form of relief the birds can never give him. He lowers his battle-scarred body into the thick black mud and rolls, coating every part of the hide the beaks could not reach in a cool, protective layer of earth. As the mud dries in the sun, it hardens into a crust across his whole body, smothering the last of the ticks and shielding the wound from flies while it heals. Between the birds and the mud, the old warrior now has a level of protection no single method could give him alone. It is the combination that keeps him alive. The afternoon fades, and the old bull grazes on in the golden light, alone as always, but never truly alone. The birds stay with him as the shadows stretch long across the plain. He has no herd to watch his back anymore. These small, red-billed birds are the only companions the old warrior has left in the world. As the sun touches the horizon, the birds make their final passes across his hide, taking the last ticks of the day. Then, one by one, they lift away toward the trees to roost for the night. And the old bull is left standing in the fading light, clean, protected, and alive for one more day, thanks to them. It is easy to see a Cape buffalo as nothing but muscle, horn, and fury, one of the most dangerous animals in all of Africa. But even this fierce old warrior cannot survive on strength alone. He depends, every single day, on birds that weigh almost nothing, to clean him, to guard him, and to warn him when death comes creeping through the grass. We imagine that in the wild, the strong stand alone. But the truth is the opposite. The strongest survive precisely because they do not. Because somewhere along the way, a fierce old bull and a flock of tiny birds learned to trust each other completely, and in doing so, made each other far harder to kill. When dawn returns, the ticks will have crept back in the night. The old bull will wake and shift and wait in the morning mist, and out of the pale dawn sky, on small red-billed wings, his only companions will come back to him once more, exactly as they always have. All across the plain, the same silent deals are unfolding. The rhino and its tick birds, the elephant and its egrets, the hippo and its cleaner fish. Everywhere the giants of Africa are quietly kept alive by partners, a fraction of their size. It is the hidden web that holds this entire wild world together. So the next time you picture the toughest survivor on the savannah, do not picture him standing alone. Picture the birds on his back. Picture the eyes watching the grass for him. Because behind every great survivor in the wild, there is almost always a smaller, quieter partner, keeping them alive without ever being thanked. An old warrior who has beaten lions and time itself, kept alive by birds you could hold in one hand. That is the real story of survival in the wild. If it made you see these animals differently, subscribe to Nature's Cleaners, and we will keep uncovering the hidden partnerships that keep the wild alive.